The Moon is the Earth's only natural satellite and the closest celestial body to it. It likely formed after a giant object the size of Mars collided with our planet. This catastrophic event occurred billions of years ago, turning the Earth into a molten mass. A fragment of matter was ejected into space, cooled, and took on a round shape, becoming the Moon. Now this cratered surface orbits our planet, causing tides. The Moon is just over a quarter the size of Earth in diameter, making it the 5th largest satellite in the solar system. The Moon goes through several phases, from new moon to full moon, through crescent, first, and last quarters. But no matter its phase, it's hard to mistake the Moon for another object in the night sky, and sometimes even the daytime sky. Imagine waking up at night and seeing the Moon unusually bright and large. Half asleep, you don't pay much attention and drift back to sleep, unaware that Mercury has taken the Moon's place. The surface of Mercury, the closest planet to the Sun, resembles the lunar landscape. It's covered in craters caused by meteorites. Mercury is slightly larger than the Moon, which would give it more influence on Earth. Nights would be brighter, tides stronger, and the lunar cycle shorter by 14 hours. What if Venus took the Moon's place? This third brightest object after the Sun and Moon is similar in size and mass to Earth. And in the sky, it would look as massive as our planet. Venus reflects sunlight 6 times more than the Moon and would take up 16 times more space in the sky. Nights on Earth would be as bright as twilight. Watching Venus, you'd see its clouds of yellowish-white gas. However, it wouldn't stay as Earth's satellite for long. Its orbit would be strange, and the two planets might soon collide. If Mars replaced the Moon, it would undoubtedly attract attention with its reddish hue and size twice as large. You wouldn't even need a telescope to notice this distinctive color. Mars is much larger than the Moon, and its gravitational influence would lead to drastic changes on Earth. Giant waves would crash onto coasts, threatening tsunamis. Mars would reflect more sunlight, making nights brighter, and with a telescope, you could see the majestic Olympus Mons, the tallest mountain in the solar system. Over time, Earth and Mars would begin orbiting each other, forming a double planetary system. If Jupiter replaced the Moon, Earth would lose its independence, becoming a satellite of the giant planet. But humans would be able to observe Jupiter's incredible clouds, covering the entire horizon. However, due to the enormous gravity of this gas giant, Earth would suffer catastrophic cataclysms. Earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and giant waves. Eventually, Earth would crash into Jupiter. If Saturn took the Moon's place, it would be one of the most astonishing sights. Its golden sphere and famous rings would occupy vast portions of the sky. Earth would become Saturn's satellite, but unfortunately, it wouldn't last long. Soon, we'd crash into the gas giant, passing through its rings first. It's unlikely Earth would remain intact. Uranus and Neptune are ice giants, and if one of them replaced the Moon, the consequences would be similar. Neptune, for example, looks like a giant blue orb and would block the sun for several hours, causing extended eclipses. Neptune's gravity would greatly affect Earth, causing massive waves and seismic activity. Earth's atmosphere keeps us on the planet, and to reach space, we must overcome its gravitational pull. Airplanes use the lift created by their wings, but spacecraft need powerful rocket engines to overcome atmospheric pressure and reach orbit. A space elevator is one of the possible future technologies that could simplify access to orbit. It would be a tower over 35,000 kilometers tall, connecting Earth with an orbital satellite. However, a material stronger than what we currently have would be needed to build it. Another idea is a space tram, accelerated by magnetic levitation in a vacuum tunnel. In the future, people might use airplanes to launch into space. Small shuttles could take off from planes at an altitude of over 10 kilometers, overcoming a smaller part of the atmosphere and saving fuel.